Hello, future viewers. Welcome back to another one. This time I'm actually having to go at the Daily Race B. It's Sunday the 14th. Got a few races in, I think there's about 5 of them. Yeah, we'll get into it. So, first race I started with no qualifying, just jumped straight into it. So, not quite last, but may as well be. From memory, I think it'll be pretty much last in a matter of seconds. Talk about being punted into the shadow realm. There it is. Get to go right back to the start and start again. Moving on, next section I think. This driver, he not too sure what was really going on here, but you'll see in a sec he just kind of moves out of the way. I don't know if he just took a shallow line and it was just obviously going to slow entry when you're that shallow, but yeah, just coming up. You can see he starts braking there, and I was a bit worried he was going to use it to come back at me like a missile, so I was understeered a bit and held wide, but you see just there on the radar, he's still back there, 3 or 4 tenths behind, and start to not think about it till you hear the howling in the background of his tyres as he almost did turn his bright yellow GTR into a missile. Avoided that one there, and this is by the end of the race. It's Mr. Andy Foo. A little laggy, a little all over the place. Driving down the middle of the road makes it very hard to predict what someone's actually going to do. Being very cautious. I get a pretty good run here. I'm able to pull up alongside, and he obviously doesn't want me there. Continues to push me around. See his car as a battering ram, and then decides that I deserve another trip to the Shadow Realm. Lose a couple places for that. As far as I can tell, he didn't get any penalty either. So, rather frustrating for the first race of the afternoon. There you have it, I still moved up a bit. 15th to 11th. So we'll take it. The next race, still no qualifying. 13th of 13. Surely it can only get better from here, you'd think, but it does not. You take notice of this slow car right there on the right. And there he is right there, just pushing me out of the way. So that was another fantastic start to a lap. But I stuck with it. I wasn't going to exit the race. It's okay. These are all learning situations for me. I don't know what I could do differently with there in future, but I do pick up 1 place extra there. Someone else has kept turning left after that left-hander when it's meant to go right. Greeted the wall. I've managed to make up a couple of places here, or fighting for a place. The GTR is someone else who liked to be a bit more aggressive than what you would expect someone to be. And the car behind me is treating his car like a missile, because there it happens. Gets shunted from behind and spun out the way. Definitely starting at the back of the pack is not ideal. Moving along, final lap, I've managed to claw back one place. I don't know I suppose you could say it's just a little bit of poetic justice coming up. Almost got a 4-second penalty, I would surmise, for ramming me off the track on the last lap. So thanks for that. And the next guy up, the GTR, he's about to see himself parked right in front of a barrier and gift me his place next. There he is right there. Thank you very much. I'll take that. It's race 2 done. Let's kick it off into race 3. Much better race this one. I did some qualifying and you can see the pointy end of the field. Starting in 5th. Not bad. Makes it a lot easier. Not down in the nosebleeds. I think it's a bit of a rough start, but you know, usual sort of elbows out and away you go. Or, yeah, I don't know what happened there, but I don't know if I was lagging or he was lagging, but it just ghosted me through that car and didn't think I'd missed my braking markers. He was just turning across in front of me. Anyway, also have to deal with some other people who are trying to drive through me, which that Porsche does. It's great. That's actually the car that was lagging earlier, drove across in front of me, still ghosting around. This little battle pack has managed to open up a bit of a lead on the rest. Sort of ease off there and let them do their thing, because it's a bit of an angry pack, and by the end of the lap I did catch back up to them. I can't explain the movements of this car. He sits in the middle of the road and just weaves wildly around the place. Actually, that's why he missold me in the last race. Now, I gave him all racing room on the inside there, but they fell in behind and continued to drop back. Already 7/10 back, so not too much of a threat now. Focus on the cars right in front of me, 2nd and 3rd. First place is 5 seconds in front, and we don't make much ground on him. So later on, lap 2 now, the Lamborghini here just goes a little wide and has a little moment. So that's an easy unforced error for me to take advantage of. Say after having done several laps of this track now, I was getting much more confident about where the track limits were. You'll start to see I do actually start to push them a bit. Getting up towards the end of lap 4 and managed to post the fastest lap. Hold it for a little while. I think someone else betters it on the 5th lap though. Little moment there and almost spin. Yes, you can drive up there and increase your track width, allowing you to get around the corner a little bit faster. It's just about maximising what you can get away with. There you go, almost 2 minutes flat. Not quite my qualifying time, but I was pretty happy with it for a race time. Really poor braking going on there. Didn't lose too much time, still there. 4th place is still a safe distance back. So just refocus and go back to running my race. Maybe I can make up another place. It's only 1.3 seconds away. It's nearby enough if they make a mistake. Which, that's one mistake. And, not too sure if he's just getting himself flustered trying to keep up to the first place there, but he's about to make another one. Which, a little unforced error there, he goes a bit wide and I'm able to just coast on by. He's got a good run though, and he's coming up the inside, but I shut the door rather firmly just to really drive that home. He's not getting his second place back. And nothing else changes between there and the end of race 3. I managed to snavel myself a second place. And as you can see, someone else did get the fastest lap, last lap, by 7/100ths of a second, so yeah, I suppose I can't complain about that. This race, this did not go well at all. In fact, it was terrible. Right, straight off the go here, I managed to hit that car. It looks pretty bad from my angle. I didn't think much of it. I've just gone all the way around the outside and copped a 4-second penalty for it. It seemed a bit harsh, but I thought I'd have a look at the replay later. And you can see this guy, everything seems to be going normal, and then when he starts braking, it pretty much comes to a stop. Now, I've barely even interrupted his motion with my hit. I don't know why I got a 4-second for that. It seems a bit harsh. Talk about being unpredictable, and now it wasn't the only one. There's a Mercedes just on my back corner. There he is, right there, just treating my car like it wasn't even there, which is not the best way to go about racing. As you can see, he's continuing to do it to that Renault, I think it was. He's just Morse code all over him, and they're not even little love taps either. You see it coming through the hairpin, you'll give him another good hit. See the smoke and everything coming off, which slowed him down, which gave me a good run. Only I'm up the inside here a little bit. Probably, you could argue not enough, but you could still at least leave some racing room. Just runs me off the track. So yeah, started 5th or 6th. Now I'm down in 13th. Bacon breakfast here seemed to be very laggy. I've gone to slice across the back and outbrake him when he's just jumped on the brakes right in front of me. I held off the throttle just to see if he'd come back in front, sort of redress the position, but he didn't, and come off the back of the track there. And then, just to make the woes even worse, Whitey's here, just spears me off the track. I'm not too sure about that one. Doesn't make much sense. So I decided to have a look at that post-race as well. Get a penalty to serve the penalty, he's come across and then straightens up and just stops turning until he hits me and tries to, looks like he's trying to hold me there, but we're ghosted so it doesn't do anything. End of the race, nothing else happened after that really until here. A little close to Rose, but gave him some room. Go around bacon breakfast again. Now myself and Rose racing up to the final chicane. Last time when they decided to give me a helping hand through, which thankfully I didn't get a penalty. And they didn't capitalise on the shunt, but yeah, it's really needed. I was handling the corner quite fine on my own. And now that was utterly terrible race. And the last one of the afternoon, race number 5 for me, starting out of 4th place. I'd say that it was a much better outcome. It was a very enjoyable race. The positions that are made, again, probably not so much out of skill as much as people just seem to be just getting out of the way. But I'll take positions where you can get them. We'll just watch the start. It's all good, clean racing up the front here. It helps when you're not near the laggy wild cards up. That Ferrari pops in to say hello and goodbye at the same time. It was a nice showing. Don't know quite what they were thinking, but it didn't work for them. So straight off the bat with that Ferrari spinning, it's probably caused a bit of havoc further back. We've already got up to a half-second lead. Sort of drops away a bit. I had a bad exit there. It's about the closest the cars back there actually get. As you can see, not much change between the start of the lap and the end of the first lap. Still just in 4th place, keeping up with the guys in front. Waiting for these two to battle it out and find out, see if there's something I can capitalise on. Again, it's all still very good racing. They're quite quick drivers, so try not to follow their lines though and stick to my own. Which, yeah, just get into your own rhythm. I have a good little battle with the Renault here. Outbrake him into this corner. He's left him room. He's still there on the outside. Just left him up nicely on the inside. He's able to switch back on me, but I'm still there in the slipstream. Heading into the hairpin. I've pulled out. No, I've given him a nudge, but I've backed out of it. I think he's still just carrying a little bit too much speed. Not quite braking enough, and make the most of it. Game says it was fair, so play on. Now I have my sights firmly set on 2nd place. 1st place seemed a little too distant at the time, but it's come from 4 odd seconds down to 3, so half a lap. Not too bad. When Jetfire here just decides that he doesn't want to race anymore. Turns right at the start of a left-hander. Not an effective strategy, but well, that's the one you want to run. I will gladly take 2nd off his hands. Thank you very much. Now, 2 laps remaining and 1 car left. See if I can catch him by the end. End of the 3rd lap, still about 2.5 seconds away. Felt like I wasn't making a huge amount of ground, even though I posted another fastest lap, which actually holds until the end. I don't get to keep it due to reasons, but you'll see that at the end of the lap. Slowly coming down. It's at 2.2 seconds. I'm thinking I might not be able to get to him until a little bit later on the 4th lap here, coming into the hairpin. Wasn't expecting him to make any mistake. He's been running pretty good until I see he's holding the inside a little bit too much and saved himself from a spin. He's there, but he doesn't have the momentum to keep up through this section at the moment. And, straight away eke out a nice 7/10 gap until I go back to 1st for some reason and then hold it there. Not too sure what happened. Nervous from being 1st, I suppose. 1st time. End of the lap, not much changed. Still sitting around that 7/8 gap. So one more time around the Nürburgring GP circuit. Just want to play it safe now. I'm not pushing too hard. Still hold the fastest lap. I just want to keep it steady. Nothing outrageous, and that's what I do. The gap comes down a little bit, obviously. I'm being cautious. Still over 6/10. I go through here for the last time thinking, yeah, not bad, and then suddenly he's right there on my right. What happened there? He's got a 1-second penalty, but I believe he's hopped a corner. But apart from me short shifting for no reason, I knew I'd won it. Absolutely brilliant, my 1st race win. Let's have a look at what he actually did there. Cut that corner, gave him a really good run on me, but that's not going to get you a win when you've got a 1-second penalty. There we can see just what it was like. A bit of a switchback. I know it looks like I hit him, but I didn't actually. He kind of just lagged out to the side, and there we go, across the line. First place for me, first ever. Hooray! And here it is. That was the first victory. And you see I lost the fastest lap because of his little shortcut, which I thought was a little unfair, but hey, I'll take the win. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a good one. See yous.